Today started off with porridge and a nice cup of coffee. Then the first job of the day was sorting out the microgreens. Here you can see some sunflower microgreens. Now these were sown on the 3rd of February and I think it's about time they go under some light. As well as tomatoes and microgreens, I'm also chitting potatoes in here. This is me just bottom feeding the microgreens. The tray that the microgreens are in have holes in, so the roots can come out the bottom, and then you use another tray underneath that doesn't have holes in it, and when they need a water you just basically cover the bottom of the one without holes in for the roots to feed. Here you can see me swapping some of the microgreens around so that they all get a bit of light. I don't have that many shelves underneath my light. I'm going to have to get some more shelves. The microgreens are amazing. They're extremely beneficial nutrition wise. Really good for you. They're just basically very, very young vegetables, so the nutrition is stronger than in the fully grown vegetables. Next up is a bit of certified organic feed for the tomato plants. I think it's about once every week and a half. They just get a little bit of a boost. They are being grown a little bit early, but it's more of an experiment to see if they actually do well. So far I've had to take off a few leaves for leaf rot, so despite having the fan and ventilation and the light, sometimes the heat hasn't always been available. Next up, I'll be sowing some trays of outdoor vegetables. This year I've set myself a challenge. Oh, here you can see some seeds. I dropped some seeds into the coconut coir. It's organic coconut coir, and obviously where I haven't used the coconut coir for a while, the lid's been closed, and here we have some seeds, but don't worry, the chickens get these later. Set myself a challenge this year to grow my own roast chicken dinner and to grow my own chicken salad. Later on in the year you'll actually see me raising the chickens. I raise chickens from the beginning of April to the end of August every year. High-end chickens as well, organically moved around on pasture and fed herbs. But yeah, here you can see me just filling and using a top tray there, using another tray to just flatten it down a little bit. But in this tray you'll see me planting Brussels sprouts, onions and cucumber, just to give them a little bit of a head start indoors. This is my A4 ring binder folder that I keep my seeds in. Decorated it a little bit there. And it's got sleeves in it for each month of the year, and a little piece of paper with a bit more decoration on, and it says which seeds are going to be in there, so all the seeds get separated out so I know when to sow what. Just dampening the soil here, or coconut coir. Give the seeds a little bit of something to hold on to. And the first seeds in are Brussels sprouts. I'm only going to do one row of this because we're not massive Brussels sprouts fans. Just making little trenches with my fingers and then just pop the seeds in. I'm just putting some tape on the side. I find masking tape really helpful. You just stick it on the side and then you can write on what the seeds are and the date they were sown. So I get to put several different seeds in one tray and I don't forget what's gone in there. Just making more little trenches. Next in are the onion seeds. Now I'm going to do 2 rows of these onion seeds because we get through onions like there's no tomorrow. So I want to make sure I've got enough in there. Last to go in on the indoor growing are the cucumbers. Again, I'm going to do 2 rows of these because I really like cucumber. We eat lots of them. Mama's good boy. Yeah, he's a good boy. You. Let's go. Let's go. We're going out in the garden. We're going out in the garden. You're going to plant some parsnip seeds. Come on then. Yay! Next up, it was time to go and plant some parsnip seeds out. Here you can see a bed that I've covered. My beds in my garden are no dig beds. Basically, you put down a layer of cardboard, a layer of compost. I like to add some leaf mulch and some well rotted chicken manure. It's well rotted for a good couple of years before it goes anywhere near the beds. This means I don't have to dig the beds over. However, during the winter, as you can see in some of the beds around them, I like to let things grow in it. And just behind me, there is a wonderful smelling lemon balm bush that went in. But here I'm just making the trenches for the parsnip seeds. Just a little plot. Don't want to do a massive plot. Chucking out a few weeds. And here goes the seeds. So hopefully we'll have some nice parsnips to go with the roast chicken dinner. Here I'm just using a couple of sticks that I found laying around just to mark where the parsnips are. I'm going to put a cage over it to protect it from local cats. What's this? What's this? Look at it. Oh. Then it was tea break, so a quick game of fetch with my dog in the garden. He loves this, he loves fetch, it's his favourite game. Then it was on to the dreaded H word, housework. Or only a tiny bit, because let's face it, life is way too short to be spending it indoors. I don't need Buckingham Palace, I just need to be able to move around. Let's speed things up a bit. If only all the housework could be done this quickly. There's actually something quite satisfying about shaking the rug out. With all the main jobs done, I decided to have another break. Nice cup of coffee, couple of biscuits, and catch up with Clarkson's farm.